Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Atnia binti Muhammad. Today, I would like to present my FYP, which is Library Management System with Email Notification. My supervisor for this project is Miss Siti Fatimah binti Muhammad Rom. Okay, firstly we will start with the project background. The system is developed for Perpustakaan Desa Kampus Sungai Gatong. It is a community library situated at Johor and has been operated since 2015. The library have one librarian and two assistant staff. They are responsible to performing the library everyday process, and some of their major tasks are to registering a new member, to record a process of borrowing and returning book, and also to manage the book information. The current process for register membership at the library: firstly, staff will give a registration form to customer that want to apply for a library card, and then the form that has been filled with customer information is kept in a file. Next, a physical library card is issued to customer that want to become a member. The file that contain membership form is kept in a file for the rec for future reference. Next, the current process for borrowing and returning book. Firstly, the library staff will record the member's name, book titles, borrowing and returning date in a logbook. They will write the returning date for the book at the member's library card and at the back of the book. Member's library card will be kept by the staff and will be returned to member once the book is returned. For returning process, the library staff will trace back member's name from the logbook. Library staff will check if the book that returned is the same as in their logbook, and if it matches as in their record, the staff will return member's library card. For some cases that the borrower did not return the book within the expected date, the library staff will create a list of late borrower by referring the logbook earlier. Then they will call the borrowers one by one to remind them to return the book, and fine 30 cents per day will be imposed on member that return the book late. For managing book information, all book information at the library is recorded on a logbook. Information is managed by library staff according to the date they receive the book collection from the supplier. They will trace back information through the logbook and update the information if there is an error or changes to the information. Next is the problem statement. As earlier, the everyday process recorded manually on paper by the library staff. All the file that contain previous information is kept on a file for the rec as a precaution if the previous information will be reused. The first problem statement is all the information is recorded on paper, make it hard and troublesome for staff to trace or to update the data that have changed. Next, the problem statement is the information that recorded on paper have the possibility to have data redundancy and also data loss. Lastly, it is tedious process for the staff to call each of the late borrower one by one. For the aim and objective for this project, the aim is to develop a library management system with email notification for Perpustakaan Desa Kampus Sungai Gatong. The first objective is to gather and analyze requirement to develop library management system with email notification. The second objective is to design a library management system with email notification based on analyzed requirement. And the last objective is to develop a library management system with email notification for Perpustakaan Desa Kampus Sungai Gatong. For the methodology in this project, I use modified waterfall model. There are three phases in this model, which are requirement gathering and analysis, system design, and system implementation. The activities that involve in requirement gathering and analysis are as shown in the table. The output of the phase are interview question, interview data, requirement diagram, and SRS. And the objective for this phase is to gather and analyze the requirement of the library management system with email notification. Next, the activity that involved in system design are shown in the table. The activity stated will deliver the output, which are DCD, MSLD, storyboard, and also STD. And the objective for this phase is to design library management system with email notification based on the analyzed requirement. Lastly, the activity that involve in system implementation are as shown in the table, and the objective for this phase is to develop a library management system with email notification for Pustakaan Desa Kampus Sungai Gatong. Next, we will look into the mapping of problem to solution. For the first problem, the solution provided by the proposed system are manage membership, manage book, and also manage book loan. For the second problem, the solution provided for this problem is the same as the first problem. For the third problem, the solution provided is send email notification. This is the result for this project. And next, for the system demo.
This is the login page for the library management system with email notification. So in order to log in, the user have to fill in their staff number, password, and also they have to select their user role. The staff number is the unique number that are assigned to each of the library staff. Okay, now let's say the user chose the wrong role. Here, it will show an error message. So in order to log in successfully, all the input here must be correct. When a librarian successfully logs into the system, they will redirect to the library menu. Here is the task that can be performed by the librarian, and librarian will have more authorities than the assistant staff. Librarian can add new user to the system, and also they can view the activity log of the system. Firstly, I will show you the manage membership part. In here, librarian can view all the member details in the table. This table contains member ID, member name, member phone number, member email, member my card, member date of birth, gender, race, type, and the last action column here is to show last user that interact with the data. Librarian also can choose the action either to edit and delete the member's detail. There are search box, so let's say the librarian want to search for member 10045. Librarian can easily search the member detail. Librarian also can group the data. Let's say the librarian want to group them by gender. Click here and it will group the details according to the gender. To issue new membership, librarian have to click on the issue new membership button and librarian have to fill in this form. So when the librarian insert the member my card number, the date of birth of the member will be calculated by the system. The member type is to categorize the member in their age group, and if the member is teacher, they can request to apply for teacher library membership. So user will have to click save to save the detail of the membership, and it will show new membership is issued, and member details Yasmin Zulaika is successfully added to the database. To edit the membership detail, the user have to click edit here, and they have to edit the data that they want to. And to save the updated details, the user have to click update here, and it will show membership detail is successfully updated. And the details on Yasmin Zulaika is updated. The delete button here is only available for user role type librarian, as the assistant staff does not authority to delete any data on the system. So to perform delete, the librarian have to click the delete button here. The system will show the confirmation message to ask the librarian for the confirmation, and the librarian have to click delete here to delete the details on the membership. And the system will say membership is successfully deleted, and membership details on Yasmin Zulaika is successfully deleted. Next, for Manage Book, librarian can view all the book details in the table. This table contains of ISBN of the book, title, author, publisher, year, price, quantity available at the library, FRAC, reference, last action, and the librarian also can perform edit and delete. There are also a search box to help librarian easily search for the book details. To add new book, librarian have to click on the Add New Book button here, and librarian have to fill in this form. The ISBN is unique, so if the user want to add book with the same ISBN, it will appear an error message. The rec here is according to the Dewey Decimal Classification, which are standard reference that are used for librarian to classify the book in the rec. The quantity is the quantity they receive from the supplier. The quantity available is the current quantity of the book at the library. And to save the book information, user have to click Save button here, and it will show new book is added. So click OK, and the book English for Travelers is added to the system. The table is arranged according to the ISBN of the book. Librarian can perform edit, and also librarian also can delete the book. Next, for manage book loan. Here, the librarian can manage the book loan at the library. The table here will show the book loan details such as date issued, date due, member ID, name, ISBN of the book, the title of the book, the status of the book loan. And in Manage Book Loan, the green book icon here is for the user to return a book loan, and the gray email button here is for user to email the member that returned the book late. So firstly, if the librarian or the assistant staff want to issue a new book loan, they have to click Issue New Book Loan button here, and they have to enter the member ID and also the ISBN of the book. For this part, the system restricts each member to only borrow 3 books at a time, so the user can only add 3 ISBN, and the button will be disabled if the ISBN is already 3. This is to follow the business process at the library. So firstly, the user have to enter the member ID and the ISBN. To save the book loan, the librarian or the assistant staff have to click Save, and the book loan here is already issued. After the book loan is successfully issued, the quantity available in this table will be deducted. So, for the process of returning the book loan, the user will have to click on the green book icon here. If the user click this icon, it will show the confirmation message, and the user will have to click the return button here to return the book loan. And it will say the book loan is successfully returned. And after returning the book loan, the loan status here will be changed to return, and the action here will be changed to complete. And for some cases that the member did not return the book within the expected date, the loan status will change to expired. And the gray email icon here will only appear to the loan status that expired. And this is where the assistant staff or the librarian can send the email notification for the late borrower to inform and remind them on the book they have borrowed. When the user click here, the user will direct to send email page, and this is the email address of the member. This is the title of the email, and the system will auto-generate the information on about the book loan. This is the member's name, the late borrower name. This is the date the loan is issued, and this is the information regarding the book. This is the ISBN and the book title, and this is the loan due. And for this case, the member here have late to return the book 28 days, and this is a fine that will be imposed to the member, which is 5 ringgit 60 cent. This is according to the library business process, where the fine that is imposed for the late borrower is 20 cent per day. The assistant staff or the librarian also can add other message here if they want to edit the draft message. When the user clicks send, it will say email is sent to the address, and the email is successfully sent to the email address. Next, for the manage user part, librarian can add new user to the system here. From the table, librarian can view the detail of the user, which is the staff number, name, role, and the last action. And the action that can be performed by the librarian here is to edit and to delete the detail. To add new user, librarian need to click the add new user button here, and librarian need to fill in this form. For the password, librarian will assign a temporary password for the user, and the user can change the password after they log into the system. And we click save, and the system will say user is successfully added to the system, and staff name Hana is successfully added to the system. Librarian also can edit and also can delete the data. In the activity log, librarian can view the activity that is performed in the system. It will show which data that is involved, the action, and also the time. For this part, it only will show the activity log that are not older than 1 month. So now I'll show you the change password part. Here the librarian or the assistant can change their password. And in order to change the password, the user have to fill in this form. The old password must be correct, and the new password here and confirm new password here must match. If not, an error message will appear. So the password successfully changed, and the system will request the user to log in back. This is the new password, and the user successfully log in. So next, I will briefly log in as a staff. So after successfully log in, this is the menu for the assistant staff, which contain less tasks than librarian. All the use cases here can be performed by assistant staff, same as the librarian, except for the delete button, where the staff didn't have the authority to do that. So I guess that's all from me. Thank you.